So I am an adjunct in the writing and rhetoric department and also the MBA coach for the MBA Public Speaking.
And could you tell me a little bit about yourself and your family?
So sure, I have 4 children. 2 are stepchildren. The other 2 are from a previous marriage, but we have a blended family, so we're the modern day Brady Bunch. We like to joke around. So yeah, it's a little bit about the family. It's always something going on, someone needing something, but it's all good.
Mm-hmm. And then could I ask you, what has been your favorite aspect of your profession?
I think one of my favorite aspects specifically is a student I had last semester. This kind of brought everything together because he hated the idea that we did so much communication in here, which is silly because it's communication class. He didn't really like the group work. He was kind of giving me a hard time, but ultimately he ended up finding a lot of friends in the class, and that was one of the things he was struggling with. And he became very open and a really good communicator by the end of the semester and really thanked me for that experience. So that's a specific one that holds true to me, but I always just love seeing students improve every time they do any kind of presentation so that they really accomplish something in the class in general.
And then you mentioned you had 4 kids. Do you ever find it difficult to balance between like work and family?
I'm really lucky because I have a pretty flexible schedule and my children have always come first, and that's one of the reasons why I have the schedule I do. So I'm pretty lucky that I don't, but of course there are times where yes, I think that it's difficult to make all of the ends meet, but I think my flexibility helps with it.
And then I wanted to ask, how has the perspective of being a college professor changed the way in which you prepare your own children for attending university?
I just tell them that they have absolutely no choice but to go to college, and not that they really don't want to go, but I have heard, oh, do you really need it? And I believe very much in higher education and just the whole experience about being in a university and using your mind and your thought, like your whole experience to grow in your field. And even if it's just from a personal growth standpoint, I don't really let it be talked about in my home that there's an option not to go to college.
And does having a child in such a close age proximity to your students help you interact with your students in any way?
Definitely, yes. So it used to be a much larger age gap when I first started teaching, and it's closed in, and I'm scared for the day when it's so far away from my kids' age. But the last, I'd say 5 years, especially with stepchildren, has helped with it because they are older than even the students I teach. And so there's always relevant experiences that I can share with the class, and also an understanding of where they are, especially through COVID, knowing that that was a really hard time for so many people at that age helped a lot.
And then, did you struggle at all to not be biased towards your own children attending Hofstra University?
So, well, my son's going to be attending Hofstra next year, but I didn't force it on him. So I, of course, wanted him to make the decision, and it is the tuition is going to be eliminated. So of course that's really enticing.
Mm-hmm.
But walking around, I think he felt good about it. He liked the business school. So for my other child, I will give the same opportunity. So I'm not necessarily biased, but I do love the university. I think it has a lot to offer. So of course, I do let them know about that.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.